Emily Christine Schroeder, also known as Christa Schroeder, was born on March 19, 1908, in Hannover-Schmundern, in Lower Saxony, in the German Empire. She moved to the town of Nagold, in southwestern Germany, after her parents died. There she worked for a lawyer from 1929 to March 1930. She later left Nagold for Munich, and was employed as a stenotypist in the Oberste Führung, which was their Sturmabteilung, or SA, High Command. It was while working there she met Hitler in early 1933, shortly after he had just been appointed Chancellor. He hired Schroeder in June 1933. She lived at Hitler's Wolfslayer headquarters, near Assenberg in East Prussia, now Russia's Kaliningrad Oblast. It was World War II Eastern Front military headquarters from 1941 until he and his staff left on November 20, 1944. When Hitler retreated to his headquarters to the Führer bunker in Berlin in January 1945, she went with him and his staff. Until late April 1945, Hitler would regularly have lunch with Schroeder and fellow secretary Johann Wolff. On April 20, 1945, during the Battle of Berlin, Schroeder, Wolff, Albert Bormann, Admiral Karl Jesko von Puttkamer, Dr. Theodor Morell, Dr. Hugo Blaschke, 6 stenographers and several others were ordered by Hitler to leave Berlin by air for the Obersalzberg. They flew out of Berlin on different flights by aircraft of the Fliegerstaffel des Führers over the following 3 days. Her account of her service as Hitler's secretary is an important source in the study of the Nazi years. She was arrested on May 28, 1945, in Hintersee, near Berchtesgaden. She was interrogated by a French liaison officer named Albert Zoller, who was serving in the 7th U.S. Army. She was released on May 12, 1948. The interrogation and later interviews in 1948 formed the basis for the first book published about Hitler after World War II, Hitler in Private, published in 1949. An English translation of Schroeder's book, Er war mein Chef, was published in 2009 under the title, He Was My Chief, The Memoirs of Adolf Hitler's Secretary. After the war, Schroeder worked as a secretary for a construction company in Munich. She died on June 28, 1984, in Munich, in West Germany, at the age of 76.